like professionals.
Okay.
We're a group that rely on each other. You know,
Right.
inside of Cisco, life is life, right?
Yep.
There's opportunities that aren't there for us that are there for others, and so we make sure we hold the company accountable for those things. And so there's other ERO groups that do the same thing. There's LBGT one. There's they call that Pride. There's a Latino one that's called Connection. So there's a bunch of resource groups that you can go to get networking through the company.
Okay.
This quarter, we're going to do a volunteer event that we're organizing with the Pop Warner football team, the Durham Eagles.
Yep. I used to coach Pop Warner when I moved here. I coached Kerry.
Oh, I saw that on your LinkedIn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kerry Pop Warner.
I played Pop Warner growing up my whole life,
Okay.
and I love football. There's lessons. There's lessons that you learn every day. That coach yelled at you about getting your foot behind the line, and then something in life happens. You're like, Dad, coach told me about getting my foot behind the line.
Yep.
And I love the lessons that are learned through football. So
Right.
Durham being Durham, North Carolina, I think that's a good place to work with the youth. They're a talented team. You coach Pop Warner. Durham came to town and they knocked heads.
And they have a lot of talent.
Yes, they came and the kids were. I mean, even as kids, I remember being intimidated by Durham Eagles, being like, dude, I don't want to go to Lowe's Grove Middle School, go in that little dome, play. I mean, they broke one of my best friend's arms. They were intimidating. So I want to give back to that community because there's something there.
Right.
There's something there. And so what we're trying to do is, show the kids that there's something other than football. Right.
You said that's diverse. Diversity. That's what. When is it going to be? October what?
September 22nd.
Oh, that's okay. That's coming up next month.
Yeah. So it's a Saturday. It's an all-day event, and like I said, I just want the kids to feel like they're important.
Right.
They have something that people care about them. People want to see them play. And we want to give the parents the opportunity to actually see their kids play. Because again, you were involved with Pop Warner. You know how that goes.
Actually, I never played Pop Warner.
Or
I was
the coaching.
I was coaching.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the game day event. The coaches, the parents are volunteering. Hi.
There you go. Who had the peanut butter?
Right here. Thank you.
And there you go.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So that's the Durham Eagles. Okay, it's gonna be the Durham
Eagles. And I have a flyer and everything. Let me pull that up. We've been working on it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill in the roles of the parents that, the parents usually do on game day. Like they concession stand, the chain gang, the play counting. We're gonna stand in those roles.
Okay.
And so we're just kind of trying to make it an all-day event. We don't really have very much logistics. I just wanted to, again, like I said, I wanted the kids to feel important. So I thought reaching out to former players and come out and say, because it's their homecoming day. And all the teams are playing that day. All the teams for Durham. And so I just want it to be a big day for them. And so.
What time do you have people having come out to speak?
I don't know what you, I just wanted you to be there to be like, hey, I'm Marcus, I came with these guys, or I don't know really what I wanted you to do. I just reached out to say, hey, you want to be involved in this? Do you want to?
Yeah, I think the best way for me is, because sad for me, it's family day. Of course, I'm still going to come out and support. Is trying to be like an hour, 2 hour when I can come out and try to help out. So, what time you guys starting?
9, and that's will probably be the flag and flag football stuff.
Yeah.
So like, I would say probably around 2 to 3. That'd be like the older-ish kids,
Yeah, that's fine. I can come out there for 2. It said North Carolina Central.
Yes. And like I said, I'll keep you abreast and updated, and if everything changes. And like we were thinking about doing like a little fundraiser, like a little raffle. And if there's like we haven't really figured out how we're gonna do that since it's an all-day event, and if we want everyone to be involved and be able to cash in on the raffle, we haven't really figured out what we want to do with that. So we just want to do something fundraising, give back, and give something to the team, and be like, hey, we're here to support you. You need anything from us. The kids need anything. We'll do what we can to help these kids succeed.
Okay.
Outside of sports.
Yeah. So pretty much it's kind of like come out for an hour, maybe do some type of I don't know, like a little speech, pep talk potentially, or just kind of go around talking to people.
Yeah, I'll let you. I'll even let the commissioner, like, we'll get there right before the next one of those games, right? The next game, and you can give I asked the coach if you can give him a pep talk before the game, and then.
Yeah, that sounds good. And that's probably usually the best thing to do, because that way I'm out there talking to people, but also giving the kids some value. Yeah. Kind of hearing me talk about different things. I can do like 5-10 minutes, just whatever. Yeah. More like accountability and how sports plays a big role in your life after football.
Yeah.
And how getting education is important and how football is tied into that.
Yeah, that sounds perfectly fine with me because again, like, I just reached out to people. Like I said, I also reached out to Torrance and Terry Hall.
Yeah, I know him very well.
And I said, hey, if you can come out and just pop in, wave. I want the kids to know that they're important, right?
I got you.
They're not forgotten. They're
Right.
not just out here playing football on Saturday, and mom and dad spending a lot of money and
It's just popcorn calls.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Just
calls.
and again, I didn't know about jobs. Well, I wanted to be an athlete growing up, and I was a privileged black kid. Some of those black kids don't even know that there's another job besides being.
Yeah, of course.
So like,
if that's all you're focused on is football, you could be very disappointed.
yeah, for real. And
I didn't want to play football when I went to the NFL. It wasn't my passion.
it wasn't. It was just an opportunity
I
over
wanted,
there.
I wanted to be on Wall Street.
Oh, okay. What happened?
I went to Wall Street when I was in college, and then I got drafted in the NFL in 2003 unexpectedly. Well, I won't say unexpectedly. That was kind of what ended up happening. Like 2002, I knew if I stayed healthy and did well, I could be drafted, but I wasn't planning on it in any magnitude at all. And then it just came about.
And then you just
Went from there. Because I went to Howard. I love Howard University, but when I went to Howard, I did not go there thinking about going to the NFL.
okay. All right. You were just started financials.
And I got a great education for free. And I was like, yes, I don't have to worry about paying for college. Yes, again. That's what it was, man.
Okay.
I never expected to be an NFL athlete. Nope. And my brother was an NFL athlete at the time himself.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of fell on you, and then some people just really that's what they want to do, and that's
all they ever think about. And it's like, dude, you're setting yourself up for failure. That's all you ever want to be. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got no problem with you wanting to do it.
Yeah.
It's great to want to do it.
Yeah.
But be realistic in the fact
Yeah.
that you probably are not going to
make it.
Make it. Yeah, it's hard to make it.
And that's what happened with me is like after I realized that because I didn't know how the college recruiting went. I just was playing football, and I was like, yeah, they're gonna find me. They'll find me if they want me. They'll find me. But and now that I know how it goes, I'm just like the exact opposite.
Yep.
Is the case. If you want to play, you have to tell them you want to play, and you really have to find. And then you find out if you really want to play when you get there, because it becomes your life, and then you have to balance school with that.
Amen. So yeah, man. So now I'm set. So I've got this on my calendar. I'll definitely stop out, pop out there, that afternoon. Kind of just do a little something. Talk with the commissioner. Kind of figure out what the all that kind of stuff is.
Yeah.
Go from there.
Yeah, and like I said, this is our first time doing it. We're gonna, build it. Hopefully, we can do it a yearly thing, man. I really hope that we start getting those kids, because like I said, winning it translates to life. Winning translates to life, and those kids have something that can be valuable in other places. And I just want them to know that there's other things they can do to still win.
Right.
And get that feeling they get on that gridiron.
Yeah, no, this is good. So then, like I said, on that front, we're squared away, man. I'll support that. I got no problem doing that.
Okay, cool.
And that's it. For you guys, just for you can kind of just figure out, some ways. Like I said, I spoke to Francisco before. I've done the Talk for the STEM program. I do a lot of work around HR. I do a lot of work on diversity inclusion. I do a lot of work around leadership. I do a lot of work for executive coaching. So, like I said, you've got my website, you've got my information.
And I'll make sure that when you're out there, at least you have a couple conversations with my leader of the group, and you guys can he can point you in the right direction for there, because again, I'm a new guy on the pole.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would definitely love to get you inside there.
Yeah, everybody starts somewhere. Like I said, when I started speaking, it was the same thing. So everybody's going to start somewhere. And it's all about just getting out, putting yourself out there and getting yourself available to let people know what you do.
Yeah,
so that's what I do. I just said that's kind of what our whole process is. But yeah, anything in that leadership space, diversity inclusion space, anything on team building, effective listening, anything like that, will definitely be right fit.
Okay, so let me ask you questions about your brand and everything that you've got going on. I see you've got seminars that you get, right?
Yep.
Now, how long did it take you to establish
For about 4 years.
Okay, so you got it was your own little formula, right? You came up with, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I didn't pay to go to coaching. Oh, actually, I went through the NAPSA coaching program, but that was later in my career, which helped me out as a leadership executive coach greatly. But when I started the speaking side, I just started raw. Like How do I do this? How do I do that? Who am I going to talk to? Who am I going to get out in front of? I mean, it's kind of like